Well, good morning, class. My name is Francisco Barajas, and today we're going to be talking about my cultural speech. According to an article posted by the US Today on October 31st, 2013, people with roots in Mexico culture find creative ways to continue the tradition of Day of the Dead. The tradition here in the United States is not as strong as in Mexico states, who celebrate most powerfully, especially in the central and southern states. The Day of the Dead is a tradition that we have a custom from 1960 in order to honor my grandparents who passed away. Find so much to us in our life, and we want to keep in touch with them. To honor them, we usually do an altar, which is done on November 1st of each year. This is an example of an altar. In an altar, you can put from food, flowers, candles, wine, cigarettes, anything that represents your family member who passed away, or anything that something that they liked, or something that reminds you of them. But the most important component to an altar is a sugar skull. The sugar skulls have so much meaning because each sugar skull represents the person who passed away. Learn how to make them by hand, which makes it really special to the altar. Single skull is painted, crafted by family members who want to express their artistic, just a way to make them feel connected to the person who we're trying to make the altar to, which makes it really special at the end. By learning more about the sugar skull, you will have a better understanding of why it is so important to an altar, as well as the symbolism and artistic way that it connects to my family. First, I will discuss the sugar skull and how it signifies so much to an altar. Then I will discuss how I identify myself with the culture in the sugar skull. The sugar skull is made from two main components, which are water and sugar, which are the main key points to the skull. In order to make this kind of mold, you need to first get the sugar and water, and it stays overnight. After overnight, the sugar tends to get a little bit hard. If it doesn't get hard, it's because you put too much water on the sugar. And what makes the sugar skull so important is the colors and meaning that it represents. For example, red could represent love, hatred. White could represent peace, pureness, and it all just depends on the skull you're trying to make, and how you want to connect to the person you're trying to make the altar to. So it all depends on your artistic way of thinking and how you interpret the skull. My first value is unity. We've been doing this since 1960, and each year more of my family members keep getting involved in trying to make the altar even better the next year. The second value is creativity. The way you interpret your message through the skull, by the colors, by the artistic way. And my third value is spirituality. Being able to connect non-physically to a certain individual and create some sense of emotion really shows that you don't need to um, be with someone to feel an emotion, even though if they passed away, you can still feel the same connection as if they were alive. The fourth value is religion. We honor any family member that passes away each year on November 1st. As a tradition, um, on that certain day, we feel like we just feel some type of connection with them on that special day on November 1st. And lastly, strength. It's really hard to lose a family member. It can make you really emotional by remembering, oh, the person that passed away, and it's always good to remember. I just discussed how the sugar skull represents to my family and how it's a custom. Now I will tell you how I identify with the culture. I didn't really identify with the culture as a child. I'll see moms and parents. I'll see them each November 1st or the day before. They will gather like food, candles, flowers, and I'll just be like, "Oh, okay, we're having a party tonight." But during the day, I'll see my grandmother making the sugar skulls, and I was just really curious. Like, I was like, "Oh my god, it looks really cool and pretty interesting how they make it from just sugar and water." And it's it was on 2009 that my parents just decided to take me to Michoacan, Mexico, to see the full the United States, and it really caught my attention just seeing how people would make altars in graveyards, and it was just really interesting, like with the smoke. And I connect with my culture and create in the creativity way because after I came from the trip, I was just really interested in how to make the sugar skull. So that same year, or the following year actually, I decided to be more involved with the culture. I asked my grandma and my mom to teach me how to make the sugar skulls, and I finally learned. Creativity is something that I connect everywhere. Like I'm really creative. I'm a really creative person. I create music. I create T-shirt designs. I create paintings and music. I love making beats and really competitive. And once I learned how to make the sugar skulls, it took me over a year or 2 years to make them properly. I decided to enter the Casa de Ley Art History Day of the Dead competition, which I have a picture here. I had to create an altar, and as well, I had to create sugar skulls. Um, that experience, by learning more about the sugar skull, you have a better understanding of why it's so important to an altar and as a symbolism that it creates to my family. First, I discussed how the sugar skull is made and what's the whole concept behind it. I informed you how I identify with the culture by participating each year with my family by participating on the art history day to day competition and how I use my creativity on a daily basis. This culture me and my family members who passed away by creating altars and sugar skulls